Hello and welcome to this section on applications of foundation models. We're going to talk about lots of very interesting examples, use cases, and applications. However, the first thing that we're going to start with is how do you select a foundation model? So here we've got some foundation models we're selecting from. They're different in size, different providers, different criteria, different ways that they've been trained, different things that they can do. How do we select one? Well, first thing you need to consider is cost. That's one of the most important considerations because they all have different costs. Then you need to consider modality. Do you need a foundation model that works with text, with images, with audio, with video, with a mix of things? That will depend on your use case. Then you need to consider customization. We'll have a whole deep dive tutorial on customization in just coming up. In fact, several tutorials on that topic. There's lots of ways you can customize foundation models. So once you know that very well, you'll be able to decide which model you select, and very often you need to customize it to your use case. Another consideration is inference options, and we'll have a whole tutorial dedicated to this. This is a very important consideration as well. We'll talk about latency. That's also important. How quickly does your model respond? Do you want it to respond real time, near real time? Do you want it? Is it okay for there to be a large latency? It also depends on your use case, and that would dictate which model you select. Another one is architecture. This is a bit more of an advanced technical consideration, and you might not need to dive into that, but it does give you the additional insight into your model and maybe more ways that you would be selecting which model to go with. Another consideration is performance benchmarks. Very important to know how well these models are working on benchmark datasets, and we'll talk about that separately as well. Language, of course. Do you need a model that works only in English or is multilingual? What languages need to be covered and to what extent? Size and complexity, also another consideration. Does that matter? How much does it matter? Do you want something more complex, less complex? It also slowly ties into the concept of a model explainability and things like that, or interpretability, which we'll talk about as well. Then the ability to scale, that's an important consideration in some applications where you may need to rapidly scale your application if demand goes up, or in some applications it might not be an important consideration. You might be able to save cost on that. Another consideration is compliance and licensing agreements. So compliance to your regulations in your geographical area and different industry bodies that might be governing how you can use AI, and also licensing agreements. These foundation models, they all come with their own licensing agreements, and some things might be allowed, some things might not be allowed. And finally, environmental considerations. Using models can have an impact on the environment because of the amount of compute power that they require, and you might want to look into that as well. Some models are more efficient, some models are less efficient. So there you go. Those are the 12 considerations you should know about and keep them in mind for your exam, for foundation model selection. And of course, we'll dive into many of them further throughout this section. Here's a quick summary of what we discussed. I look forward to seeing you back here next time. Until then, enjoy the cloud.